The realms of absolute power. A few years ago, there's this very close friend of mine. He called me and said, Joel, I want to tell you something that I and my wife have broken up. And I asked, what was the problem? He said, she keeps saying that I am cheating on her. And I said, does she have any proof? He said, of course not, because I am not cheating on her. But she believed that so much, she called off the wedding. And I said, why didn't you convince her that everything was just taking place in her mind and it's not real? She said, I tried, but I got tired because I keep hearing this all the time, and I got tired of fighting for what we have. Because if a woman keep nagging and keep persisting, telling you are doing what you're not doing, it can be a mess. Now, at this point, I now realize that so many Christian marriages have been destroyed because of assumptions and imaginations from the woman. Mostly from the woman. It is rarely from the men. Some women left their father's house with the presumption or assumption that it is impossible for a man not to cheat. Why? Because they know their father to be a cheat. They know their siblings, their brothers to be cheat. So when they are meeting a man that is standing upright, though they claim that they are Christians, they find it very hard to accept that reality. Now I need you to listen up. I tell people this all the time. Be careful when you think you are thinking. You are actually listening. Let me repeat. Be careful when you think you're thinking, you're actually listening. A spirit is speaking to you. The same way a spirit will project thought into your mind. And the Bible said, guide your heart with all diligence, for out of it proceeded the issue of life. When you take those thoughts and you don't blot it out by the blood of Jesus, you begin to see those thoughts as your reality. By the time you begin to see those thoughts as your reality, you project a kind of witchcraft towards your spouse. When a faithful man is seen as a cheating man, a spirit will take advantage of that thought, and you begin to magnify it until the marriage no longer exists. It is witchcraft. And so many Christians have been tricked into practicing this particular witchcraft of assumption. You assume, and that assumption will eventually come to reality. Why? Because your mind is created to bring whatever you think to manifestation. That is why Jesus said, if any man look at a woman lustfully, I've already slept with her. Why? Because your thoughts are your actions conceived. Your actions are your thought expressed. So when you presume that your husband is a cheat, you project it to him at all times, and he begins to think, oh, okay, my wife thinks I'm a cheat, let me do it. It's witchcraft. You have projected it, and is one way a lot of Christian marriages have been destroyed today. Because when you begin to have such assumption, doubt begins to come. You no longer trust the person that you are married to. Satan will take advantage of it, and your marriage is gone. And you'll be wondering, how did this even happen? You caused it. Infidelity should never be an option in a Christian marriage. No matter how the orientation that you have as a woman from your father's house that all men are cheat. Infidelity is not an option for a Christian male. Now, it becomes more terrible when a man is faithful and you keep telling him that you believe somehow he's cheating. You make up all those things in your mind, and ultimately it has led to the destruction of so many marriages. Now, let me tell you why. In most cases, if a man is not cheating and the woman keep pushing the cheating narration, you are automatically opening door or telling the man, okay, it's okay to cheat. After all, your wife already believed that you're a cheat. And some men who are not spiritually sound or stable, they will do it. Why? Because you already accused them of it and they have not done it. And in most cases, they always cheat with people you assume or you accuse them of cheating with. Once they tell the other person, oh, we're not doing it, okay, let's do it. And the devil will stamp it. This is the sin of assumption. When you project something that is not upon somebody, is a kind of witchcraft. And so many people are falling into this trap of this satanic Jezebelic spirit of witchcraft that is projecting evil before it comes. Predictive programming. You project it into the man and the man sees that it's okay and he'll do it. You project into your wife and she sees that it's okay and she'll do it. It's a kind of witchcraft and it has destroyed a lot of Christian home. Let's take heed. Let's take heed.